up. Yeah, you can go ahead. I think these are the people we were waiting for. Thank you for being patient while we were moving rooms. Okay. So this meeting is for Deaf Awareness Day. Everybody knows that, right? So make sure that you guys are in the right place for the right reason. So you guys are all here for the DAD event. So we're going to start with introductions of everybody's names, and we'll go around the tables. And if you guys are already on the committee for Deaf Awareness Day, go ahead and give us your name and also what you're doing on the committee. My name is Lynette, and my last name is Miller, and that's my name sign, Lynette Miller. I'm also the chair for DAD, and this is my partner over here to my right. Hello. It's nice to see all of you guys come into this meeting. Thank you for supporting Deaf Awareness Day. My name is Cody, and my last name is Ferks. Like she said, I'm the co-chair, so we actually are working together with this. So go ahead. I just want to let you guys know that we are having a videotape that is going on in the back. It's actually for the two of the student interpreters interpreting, and it's for their practice. So anybody object to that? Okay. So just want to let you know the bathroom is out the hall into the left. Are there a key for that? Yeah, there's a key right by the door, so you're going to need a key to get in. Go ahead and we'll start with introductions. Okay. My name is Bonnie, and my last name is Fountain. I'm working for DAD, but I'm not sure what part I'm working with. I'm just here to support right now. My name is Howard. I lived in Riverside for 14 years, and I just moved here recently, and I really wanted to get involved in the DAD committee, so that's why I'm here. Hello, my name is Holly, and this is my first time on the committee this year, so I'm really excited.
This is my boyfriend right here. Devin. He's here to support. My name is Charlotte. Parker. My name is Lindsay. And I work here at DCF. And I'm in charge of admissions. Hello everyone, I'm Jolene. Janessa. Kirk. I'm new today, my first time here. And I'm Amber. Scars.
States. My first time.
My name is Mark. Miami. I mean, the number one.
My name's Cindy. My name's Zion CS. It's my first time coming to a meeting. Last year I was volunteer with her right here on her committee, so here to help out.
My name is Sean Taylor. I'm the first time coming, and I was found with a tree.
Hi guys, I'm Marissa, and I'm the volunteer service coordinator.
I'm Aileen. I'm actually kind of, my focus is really in the media department, so welcome. So for the interpreter's benefit, I kind of want to know who's hearing and who's going to be signing, who's staff. Go ahead and raise your hand.
So if you're hearing, raise your hands, and then you can interpret.
Okay. We just wanted to clarify for themselves who was hearing, who was going to speak for themselves. So, okay. So we already did introductions. So, Deaf Awareness Day kind of makes wants you to make a promise that you're gonna, we meet once a month, and once it gets closer to Deaf Awareness Day, we're gonna be meeting 2 times a month, and then as it gets closer and closer, we're gonna meet once a week. So if you feel like you're not gonna be able to make that commitment, go ahead and talk with us after the meeting is over. And if you guys have plans on the summer and you're not going to be here or anything, it's really not that big of a deal. You can still be on the committee, but we just really need the commitment from you more than anything. Excuse my child. Okay, so for those of you who have been at the meeting, some of you, we've had some changes. And some of you are new, so it might be confusing, but we'll go ahead and explain, give a little update of what's going on. We have had some discussion with the Lions Club, and they were planning on donating a large chunk of money, but as we were meeting with the Lions Club, they decided that there's been some more requirements from us, and so we kind of decided to deny their donation for Deaf Awareness Day. And we decided that maybe we could use that money for a different DCS event instead of using it for Deaf Awareness Day. So, so Missions will have a charge, but for the future of. You guys, who knows Signmark? Do you guys know Signmark? Signmark. Thank you. Sorry, Signmark. Signed that wrong. So, Signmark.
Please spell that out.
Sign, M-A-R-K. Signmark is his name sign. He is a deaf rap musician. From what country is he from? From Finland. It's expensive, and we kind of realized we also had he had planned to travel to different cities all throughout California during that month. So we're trying to how to convince people from LA to other areas in California to come down to his show here. So we decided to drop that as well. So that's for the past members that have been coming to the meeting, just so you can have an update on that. For those of you guys that are new, we have decided this year to make a few changes to Deaf Awareness Day. The first one of them, the hours are going to be different. We might have it from 10 to 2 or 10 to 3, maybe 9 to 2. We're going to lessen the hours. It's not going to be a full 8-hour thing. Might limit it to 5 hours or so. It'll be shorter than the previous years. So we'll have setup, and then we'll have an entertainment evening part as well. So, what we're really kind of imagining is maybe a comedy show or a musician, and something that's for enjoyment for the people that come to Deaf Awareness Day. So, you don't really need to worry. I have started contacting some people for you already, Charlotte, so you're not going to have to worry about that. Cindy Stafford is somebody, I met with her, and she can't come tonight, but I met with her on Sunday. And we discussed, not Sunday, Friday we met, and I'll let her know, and I've let you know. So, anything else? Yes, next week we have the fundraiser at Soup Plantation. Correct. Next Wednesday we are having a fundraiser at Soup Plantation. Which Soup Plantation? Claremont Mesa Boulevard, the one on that road. That's where it's going to be at, and it's going to be from 5 to 8 in the evening. And you have to have a flyer with you we can't be in the parking lot giving out flyers, but you'll have to get a flyer before. You have to buy food and a drink. If you don't buy both, they're not going to be able to donate the money to Deaf Awareness Day.
So are the flyers already printed?
I have an answer to that. Yes. If you go to DAD website, it's on there. You're able to download it and print it, and it's ready to go.
All right, we can pass them out. And I print
I really
out
didn't think of that.
Pass them around right in here.
Yeah, DCS will have some available at the front desk if you want to pick some up there.
Okay, so we'll have
Or if you want to take them home and download it and print it off that way, you can do that as well. Yeah, you can pick it up at the front desk. I mean, I could start now passing it out. It'd be easy that way. Yes, tonight before you leave, I can print off a stack and give some out to everybody. Would that, if you guys want to pass them out to your friends or your family, we can go ahead and do that after the meeting, and I can hand them out to everybody. Does that work? Maybe 10 copies or so.
Yeah, that sounds good. Fundraiser right
Fun-
now, so you'll be there
all day, so that when people show up, you'll be able to be there. But the money is going from 5 to 8.
Can you repeat that?
Some people have suggested why not have the fundraiser all day at the restaurant at Soup Plantation. Why do we have to have it from 5 to 8? And some people thought, well, why not go at lunchtime? Well, at the next fundraiser that we have in July, we're going to change it to all day, so that, if people decided they can't go from 5 to 8 or something like that sort, let them know that next month, the next time that we have a fundraiser, we'll be able to do that all day.
Yeah, I think that sounds better.
Yeah, go ahead. We can talk about the committee. That's fine. Why don't you come up here and help me? Okay. Okay, so go ahead and remind me who already has a committee position already. Go ahead and raise your hand or let me know as I go around. Okay.
You have one, right?
You have one. Yeah, he is security. So if you guys are curious of what you want to do or what positions are available, I'll let you know about those this evening. Charlotte, you were already entertainment, correct?
No positions available in the entertainment committee.
So, vendors, Michelle, right?
I'm going to pick another position. That one's not going to work for me right now.
Okay. So, the vendor position means that the booths, I don't know if you guys have been to GAD before, but we've had people that have booths and they hold tables out there for the vendors. This year it is going to be a little bit different because in the past we've had a lot of different booths around, and many businesses and agencies have come. A lot of churches have also joined. So this year we're kind of limiting it to how many different vendor tables that we can have, and we're actually going to have less this year. Some of the tables are going to need to have someone at them that are going to be able to run them during Deaf Awareness Day. And, they are going to have something that has to do with deaf culture. Yeah, you're right. You're going to need to know. Maybe one of them will have...
Let's focus more on deaf culture and
maybe SDC RID will be there and have a booth. So we really want to encourage the people to have a booth, but also something that's going to be related to deaf culture, and maybe deaf bingo will have one, or deaf cards, poker. So if you,
Not bad.
what place is it going to be at? At Balboa Park. Do you guys know? Do you know where? Yeah, same as last year. It's exactly at that same spot.
That place. Well, that's a problem.
Why is it a problem? Yeah, we have a sign for people that'll show them where to park and where the event is while they're driving.
Okay, I think outside sometime would be great.
We actually can't have it outside in that area, unfortunately, because of the rules. We wish we could, and we would really like that, but that's unfortunate that we're not going to be able to do that. Actually, Balboa Park isn't charging us, so that's really the main reason. So if we collect any money from that,
And if we got enough sponsors, maybe we could go somewhere else.
I've been on the committee for like 5 or 6 years, and unfortunately, it's it's kind of hard. Hotels want a lot of money, and this is really nonprofit, so we don't have a lot of money to work with. So,
It does come up every year, this issue, but
so really, it's kind of the best deal for everything for parking and DCS and admissions that we have it at the Balboa Park Club. So the Balboa Park Club also has another building right next door that will have the food and the movie. You'll have a deaf movie playing. And is that clear? That's what we'll have during the fall, during that time. So related to the vendor committee position, is anybody here interested in that position at all?
for admissions, is there just one committee member or two?
It's better if we have one person. It's not really good that we have one person. We don't want one person in those committee positions. We'd rather have two for support reasons and whatnot. Lindsay, you are doing the vendors, is that right?
No, I'm doing admissions.
So Dawn, you're interested in admissions as well? Yeah,
for admissions.
So it'd be the two of you. Do you know Lindsay? No.
Do you know Dawn?
Okay, perfect. Your last name, how do you spell it? A-Y. So is anybody interested in that position of vendors? Anybody? Okay, so we'll hold on to that for a second. Do you want me to explain a little bit more about what's involved in the vendor position so you guys will know more what it's about? Yes? Okay. So we're going to send out letters, and how much, on the letters it'll say how much it is for the booth to have and how they'll be able to set them up. And, when they arrive, they're going to check in, we'll help them set up, and we're kind of, that kind of thing, and that'll help. That's what you would be doing, is helping them check in and whatnot.
I'd be willing to be involved to help out.
For the vendors? Okay.
Okay,
So
anyone
anyone
else interested in helping out?
You can let me know. tonight or even later if you would like to.
I'm actually in charge of volunteer services, so that's going to be me. People who want to volunteer will come to me and let me know if they're interested. I was letting her know what I was involved in with volunteer services. Okay, Hector, he's not here today, but he's the one in charge of the food. So he already contacted a company. Someone,
Taco vendor.
a taco vendor we used last year.
Last year we had Subway. Are we doing that again?
No. This year we're thinking we're going to bag Subway.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Ugh, I don't know if I like that.
Everyone's sick of it. So I think we're going to change it up this year. People are done with the Subway thing.
What about the vegetarian people? What do we do about that?
So we're getting in contact with another company, the Hillcrest Sandwich Company. They're really popular. DCS employees go there a lot, so we have a pretty good relationship with them. So we're going to try and see if we can get them at a good price. They would have vegetarian options as well. Talked about pizza. I think we're going to drop that. I know kids love it, but it gets cold fast, and that's, I mean, I don't think anyone had warm pizza when we did serve it. So, drop the pizza idea. So tacos, Subways, or sandwiches, but if you think of anything else, let us know.
I have something. Do we think about maybe having hot dogs or hamburgers?
Yeah, we
Something of
talked
that sort.
talked
Did we
about
do
that last year. One year we did a barbecue. Does somebody remember? We did it out back. It was a ton of work. Before your time, Cody. But you remember.
Yeah, I remember.
You feel like that went well?
I was saying it was probably 3 or 4 years ago. I mean, it was good, yeah. I kind of had thought about that barbecue, but I know that it's a lot of work, so.
Okay, well, if we could find the right vendor, who'd be willing, we would want some veggie burgers, some different options.
Maybe we can see. We go and buy those kinds of items would be really cheap, and if we all, shared cost or something of that sort.
Yeah, we could ask their Balboa Park about the rules if we were out there cooking in the kitchen area. I'm not sure about the rules exactly related to setup. I'm not positive, but
It's outside. Yeah, kind of outside next door to the building.
I know the taco guy set up something out there before and it was fine. So that's a good idea. Talk to Hector about that. He didn't feel good tonight, so he's not here, but. Alrighty. Questions?
So are we waiting on the food until next month, until Hector comes, so that we can figure that kind of stuff out, or?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about it more next month. Other questions? Comments? Is anyone totally lost? Or are you with me? This guy's totally lost. Okay. Is everyone here interested in staying and helping out?
I do.
Alrighty. Let's go over volunteers. need what, like 50 to 80 volunteers? 50 I think is, yeah, around there. 50 is probably good. So from what I understand, Marissa, you're in charge of coordinating volunteers, and then you're going to help out as well?
Who are you talking about? Is it me that you're talking about?
Yes, you right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Amber's going to help you out.
Is it possible if I could volunteer under admissions under both Lindsay and Dawn? Is that okay?
Yeah, if you want to join their committee as well, that would be fine.
We need to have at least 2 people.
So yeah, if we have more than 2, that's fine. But so, would you want to do volunteer or admissions?
Admissions.
Okay, so admissions meaning you want to actually be there doing the
Yeah, I
admissions.
did that last year. So that's,
Okay.
I'll be there.
do you know, what was the total amount of people that showed up last year?
500, I think. I think it's 1,300. 1,300 people from.
Yeah, I think that's what I remember too, about 1,300.
Okay, so for the volunteer position, that's critical. Really, this event is completely run by volunteers. As you all know, you are volunteers. So that is a huge responsibility, coordinating that effort. So you guys have a big job ahead of you. And we'll be there to support you as the co-chairs. So Amber, and your position's no big deal. No, I'm just teasing. Okay, one thing that comes up related to volunteers, you know, we need to start getting the word out during summer, letting people know that the volunteer positions are available. So that kind of needs to start now, you know, before everyone's kind of off for the summer and mentally checked out. Yeah, that position also involves kind of motivating people and encouraging them to start getting involved. And sometimes you're going to need to follow up with people and remind them, hey, you signed up to volunteer, right? You're coming. Get them to the meetings, get them out here so they know what's going on. Don't wait till the last minute and then all of a sudden people are canceling. You want to make sure on the day of the event that you have your volunteers set up. You don't get there and half your volunteers are no-shows. I was actually the volunteer coordinator before, and yeah, that really happens. The volunteers, they'll tell you they're committed, they'll be there, and then they don't even come on Deaf Awareness Day. So really keep in touch with them and hold on.
Do volunteers need to come to every meeting?
No. A 1 week before DAD, we'll have a meeting specifically for the volunteers, and we'll go over with them at Balboa Park what's expected. It's pretty straightforward. About a month before, so maybe end of August, beginning of September, somewhere in there, that's when we're going to have a meeting. And that's specifically for volunteers. Anyone who's interested will come that day, and we can kind of orient them, go over what all is involved in their responsibilities. And that's when people have the opportunity to sign up to volunteer. Also, I think this year the committee has decided that there's going to be no specific theme. We're going to follow the Deaf Awareness Day logo from last year that we've had with all the different color hands. You guys know what I'm talking about? And we're just going to leave it like that, keep it simple. But really, at Deaf Awareness Day, we're focusing on education and awareness. So that's why we talked about the vendors this year. I mean, that was some of the feedback we'd gotten. People feel like it's like almost like a swap meet, which we don't want them feeling that. So, we really want to change it up. We're going to have some vendors. Dawn Sign Press, for example, they're the publishing company. They have a big presence in our community, and so they can go ahead and, sell things there, but not all the endless ASL stuff, or really it's going to be more about the cultural focus. Other questions?
Yeah, I have a question. So are we communicating by email or Facebook? Is there a specific way of communicating? Yes, we do have a Facebook page for Deaf Awareness Day, and if you want to, you can go ahead and join that and like that.
And is that limited just for the committee, for that Facebook group?
The email is only for committee members.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have an email. I don't know. Well, they've given me a paper, so go ahead and you can put your name on that. All of those that are new can put down your name and your email, and we'll set that up for you. And it's a direct contact, so that we can see what's going on. Also, Deaf Awareness Day has their own website, so you can check in to that and see what's going on throughout this entire process. And once they give me the new information, I go ahead and put it on the website, so I kind of just wait for them to give me the okay to put stuff on there. Yeah. Cody and Lynette get the responses directly. They have direct reply. So if they have any questions, they get diverted to them. So is that gonna work? Yeah, it'll work. So what do you mean?
Because my email bounced back when I tried to send it.
A while ago. So I don't know if the system is actually working. What did you use? The one that said reply, contact us? Yeah, that's the one that I set it for. I was kind of twiddling my thumbs, waiting for it to show up, and it never did. So that's why I kind of came. Oh wow, I wish I...
Okay, I actually have it. It did come on the 15th, or I have 15.
Oh, okay, good, you do.
I have it, and I haven't responded yet. I apologize. That was my mistake, but I did get it. It did come through. Please forgive me. So sorry.
I was pretty sure it worked, so I was kind of curious to me what's going on. So
I'm crying. I'm so sorry.
now from here on in, we'll know.
Okay, another idea that we've had for fundraising. Throw it out there. Applebee's, the restaurant, they run pancake breakfasts, and then they'll donate the money from that. You charge like $10 a person, and then that covers pancakes, eggs, bacon, whatever they kind of want to get with that. But for that, we're required to round up volunteers to help out with it. So I thought I'd throw that out if there's some interest here. Again, that's at Applebee's. So we would serve the food, we would help clean up, we'd be involved in serving the pancake breakfast. But, we could raise money that way for Deaf Awareness Day. I was thinking for August. How does that sound?
On the weekend or during the week?
It'd be like a Saturday morning. Okay, we'd be required to go to a training for that, or they would come here, but we need to be trained on food safety, basics like that. But it'd be really fun to get together and kind of make that happen and help generate some excitement for Deaf Awareness Day.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
All right, so for new people who are here, make sure you fill out this form. We're going to need all of your contact information on here. Also, if you're deaf, if you have, specified text, video phone, so someone doesn't call you and think it's a cell phone.
That's a really good idea. That event for fundraising. Yeah, that's a really good one. I like that idea.
Yeah, the Boys and Girls Club had one there, and I went to it, and I was really impressed. I thought it was really fun, actually. So we'll see if we can work that out.
I'm actually in the process of moving right now, so I actually don't have an address.
We don't need a mailing address, really. Just email, some way to contact you. We're probably not going to mail you anything.
So how do you feel about maybe a table that has some education, or San Diego police, could teach them, cultural exposure, the table all day, so they would know that deaf people, are important in the community. I was invited a girl to come with me, and it was her idea, and she was shy, so she didn't want to. So I thought that might be an idea. Maybe next month she can come.
So they would set up a booth at Deaf Awareness Day, and then we would educate them.
Yeah, the police would kind of sit at their table and kind of just watch and interact with what was going on.
I mean, we could invite them. We had the police come one year. I don't remember when.
Sure, but I just thought it was kind of a good idea related to deaf culture or something of that sort.
There's a man who's a cop. He's a cop. And he might be perfect to be there because that might be a perfect match. I'll see if I can get him.
Okay, do you know his name?
I'm not sure. He was in my class this semester, but we don't call people in the class, so it's like, so I'll see. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to, my teacher, I'm gonna see him on Wednesday night, so I'll talk to him. Vaja, you know Vaja?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
knows him. But it's because he's a coder.
Okay, I could contact Vaja.
Yeah, contact Vaja, yeah. Yeah, and I'll,
Yeah.
as I said, I'll see Vaja Wednesday night.
I've actually met him twice, so
Yeah.
he's a cop who signs, so
Yeah. Yeah.
Did he come arrest you? How are you such good friends with the cops?
No, he's really nice.
second time I just kind of ran into him random
At least that's your story, right?
Yeah.
You're sticking to it? Alrighty. So who doesn't have a committee position? Who's not on a committee? Raise your hand. That's everyone who's not on a committee? Cody, I really think we could use more help with the entertainment. Like one thing we said, we wanted to focus on teenagers and seniors. Is that right, Charlotte?
I had an idea because Cindy told me that she wanted to interview a lot of like older people and see like what the deaf community was like back in their generation. But I was thinking we could do that and also interview younger people, like preteens and teenagers, and see, like, compare and contrast the differences and things like that. And we could even, like, make a little mini movie out of it. Me and Cindy could work that out where we, you know, go and interview them and film it.
All right, and would you be able to do that on top of setting up the entertainment for that day?
It's like a lot. We can try, and if not, then maybe we would need like one more person to help us.
Okay, yeah, I would think you need at least one more, maybe two more people, because the Balboa Park Club, when you go in right off the road there, they tend to have the kids zone, an area where the kids can run around, enough room, because kids need to be able to do that. And they have a clown and kind of a little setup there for the kids. So maybe one or two more people to cover the entertainment and to set up that night, in addition to us, you know, as co-chairs helping you with the setup.
So about the kids event, are we planning on having volunteers working with the kids or the parents?
Okay, let me back up. Parents, they're never supposed to leave their kids alone over there. So yes, sometimes they do, it happens. But we need to really train the volunteers to keep an eye on that and make sure that the parents stick around.
Okay, so I went to Definition like 3 weeks ago, and they had a specific place for kids that you could leave from the ages of 4 and up, and then you could leave them half day for like $10, and they had a training, and that's kind of what they did there. And that's just an idea. You know, parents were able to enjoy themselves that way if they were able to leave them with someone else.
Who would be my contact person? I could find out some of requirements or licensing that needs to go with that. There's a lot of issues that become involved when, you know, with kids, and if you're the ones caring for the kids, there's a lot of liability there.
You know, maybe 5 and up is easier. Baby, you know, infants to 4-year-olds, maybe not, but maybe 5 and up or something of that sort.
I mean, we could look into it, especially if there's people who have experience watching kids, maybe that's their business and they want to volunteer. You know, we could see if it's a possibility, but obviously there's a liability factor there and we need to be careful. I can think of a lot of parents would be happy to leave their kids and go enjoy the day.
Yeah, and it's also kind of a way to fundraise and collect money that way, so that's another idea.
Huh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I love my kids there. Bye, see you later. But, you know, they have different things like face painting, they have like a bouncing gym, and arts and crafts. I didn't really see what they were up to, but I know that they had those two things.
Okay. All right, so maybe entertainment committee can look into that. You know, see about bounce house. I don't know if Balboa Park we're allowed to have a bounce house, but we can talk with Balboa Park about that. All right, so out of the new people, is anyone interested in joining the entertainment?
I am.
Okay, a couple more over here. All right, we'll add you to the
So
list.
did we already find the position for the kids zone? I was just thinking if we added it to the list, kids zone up there.
I missed what she said. What did you say?
You know, normally we have an area for the kids zone in the committee, so just curious if we have that. So, well, now it's up there. Yeah, I would join the kids zone. Your name? Janessa.
Okay, so before we specifically had a kids zone committee, but this year we'll put it under the umbrella of the entertainment.
So are there rules for what we set up outside, or are there no rules? What's the kind of deal with that?
I remember one year we had the
Yeah.
bouncing over the hill. So, but then we stopped doing it. So I'll ask Balboa Park. I know those bounce houses are really popular though. The two of us can meet with our rep from Balboa Park Club, and we'll kind of try and get some information and find out what all we're allowed to do and what we're not able to do.
I know that there's one, I'm not sure if it's cheap, but you know, some different colors, red, blue, yellow, and I know that it's just down the street and they have their own business at home. It's like a, they have tables and chairs. I know that they have bounce houses as well, so maybe we can ask how much it would be for an hour, how much it would be to use that, and then they bring it and drop it off, and it's just up in City Heights, so.
Okay. Yeah, we did have the bounce house with the
I
slide.
haven't seen that one specifically, but, you know, we saw that they had a few of the different bounce houses there, so maybe we could ask and see how much it would cost there.
Okay.
Talk about,
I want to know, how much has the DAD fundraised so far for the Deaf Awareness Day?
We sent sponsor requests to Sorensen, Purple, ZVRS. Also,
We also sent one to SDG.
so I'd say about 7,000 every year.
Maybe we could send them out to more.
I mean, I've already contacted a few who we had requested money from last year, who sponsored last year. But generally, about
Sorensen BRS today, Sorensen BRS.
they have FCC regulations that limit their donations. So ZVRS, they're going to get back to us still if they got approval to donate to sponsor. The Sorensen, Purple, ZVRS. I guess all of them would have a limit, but we'll find out. But AT&T, SDG&E, they usually donate money. Sorensen has always donated in the past, so we'll see. Parks and
Recreation.
They've donated in the past. We'll have a fundraiser and we give 10% of what we earn. So for the use of the building there, we need to keep track of the money we earn. And then from that, we pay off 10% to Balboa Park, to the Parks and Recreation. That's really cheap, 10% of everything we earn. It's a great deal for us.
That's fine for us to use that. That's great. So is that the cost of admissions? What do we expect for admissions?
We are gonna have to charge for admissions probably $7-ish. Probably about the same as last year. Yeah, we're gonna look at last year and calculate how much we'll need to charge. I also wanted to add for the nighttime entertainment, we're thinking about maybe hosting a dinner, going to a restaurant, comedy show, something with music. Those are some ideas for our nighttime. So So like I said, less time in the day, and then it opened it up to have some nighttime
So we
events.
start during the evening for that kind of theater entertainment?
We'd really decide the details.
Is it in the same place or would it be in a different location?
Well,
We have
and
to decide if it was gonna be charged or if it was gonna be a free event. So that's something that we as a committee would have to decide.
you could do like a combo ticket where they'd get into both events.
So would we have separate volunteers for the evening events or would they be volunteering all day?
Maybe give them the option, you know, if you want to volunteer all day, you know, daytime, nighttime, both, pick one, leave it up to them.
Okay.
Okay, so with entertainment, we're good on the committee positions there, have enough people. Thank you for volunteering. Glad you could join that committee. Really encourage each committee to get together on your own as a committee and meet. And Cody and I, either one of us or the both of us, would be happy to join in on your committee meeting. And this meeting, we usually try and keep it pretty short. We know you have lives, some of you have kids. We don't want to take up a lot of your time. So when you come here, it's more for reporting purposes and feedback, help each other out. So discuss amongst your individual committees. Again, we're happy to join you for that, and then come back here and report. We're not going to leave you on your own, though. We're here to support you, and we'll stay involved.
So I did some research and I found out that all over the country, about 30% of people have lost their hearing. You know, so I thought maybe for the people that have lost their hearing, we could, you know, hand out flyers for the DAD event to different doctor's offices, and then maybe people could come up, because, you know, a lot of people out in the world don't really know about events like this.
Okay, yeah, that would relate to the media committee, getting the word out and promoting.
You know, last year there were none in our office, so kind of conflicting with the event.
Alrighty, so you don't have a committee position, is that correct?
Correct.
Did you make a decision on that?
I'm thinking, can I help you with the volunteers? Like contacting different colleges to get from the ASL classes to volunteer? I can help you with that.
She can support the two of you, does that work? Alright. Okay, and your booths, vendor security, entertainment admissions, two of you, what, you're gonna help with admissions, right? Both of you together, or your team. Alrighty.
I thought you were with the vendors. We'll see, yeah. That's our business, we can figure out.
She's the boss, right? Just tell her what to
Yeah.
tell him what to do.
Just encouraging him. So, I mean, it's in 4 months.
Alrighty. And each committee, make sure you exchange contact information so you can get a hold of each other. Don't leave before you have each other's emails and numbers. And actually, I'll go ahead and make a list up of everyone together, you know, add the new emails and send that out. And that way you all know each other's contact information. Does that work?
So, they also need to have the official website email address attached to their name so that people can contact them.
Right, on the DAD website, we have a special email set up, kind of like an alias. For example, for entertainment, it's going to have entertainment@dad.org. Is that right? dad.org. And then that, if somebody clicks on the entertainment link and sends an email, it's going to reroute and forward specifically to your personal email.